Early 2026. Canada, a foundational NATO member, is at the heart of a defense strategy that could redefine alliances and challenge American dominance within the very organization it helped build. We're talking about a potential $20 billion deal for Saab Gripen E fighters, a move that directly counters Washington's F-35 push and could spark a new era of European defense independence. Is this a shrewd move for Canadian sovereignty, or does it signal a dangerous fragmentation within NATO? The $20 billion question, beyond the F-35. Canada's F-35 commitment has been a long, troubled road, but now Saab has sweetened the pot with an industrial package that's hard to ignore. We're talking about a $20 billion life cycle cost reduction compared to the F-35, primarily driven by Manufacturing Hub, a full-scale Gripen E assembly line in Canada. This would generate over 12,600 high-tech jobs, making Canada a global exporter of fighter jets. European engine. The Gripen E's current engine, the GE F414, has U.S. parts. However, the push for a Rolls-Royce EJ200 variant in a Canadian-built Gripen would mean Canada controls its entire supply chain, bypassing U.S. ITR restrictions. GlobalEye partnership. The deal includes 6 GlobalEye AEW&C aircraft built on Bombardier Global 6500 platforms in Montreal, creating more domestic jobs and advanced surveillance capabilities. This isn't just about buying jets, it's about buying industrial independence. The 72+6 mandate. Saab has officially clarified that the 12,600 jobs are guaranteed only if Canada orders 72 Gripen E jets and 6 GlobalEye surveillance planes. The export hub strategy. CEO Michael Johansson today confirmed that the Canadian factory wouldn't just be for the RCAF, it's being pitched as a global export hub to fulfill Ukraine's massive order and future orders for France and Germany. Interoperability debate. A major talking point today is whether a Canadian-built Gripen can be fully integrated into NORAD. Critics argue the U.S. might block access, while the Carney government is reportedly pushing for defense sovereignty to avoid reliance on the U.S. supply chain. Public sentiment. An Ecos poll released this month shows 72% of Canadians now favor adding the Gripen to the fleet, either as a mixed fleet or a total switch, while only 13% support an all F-35 path. Undermining U.S. defense dominance in NATO. Here's where it gets controversial for Washington. For decades, the U.S. has been the undisputed leader in NATO's air power, largely through the F-16 and now the F-35. The Joint Strike Fighter program was designed to create an interoperable U.S.-led air force across allied nations. A Canadian pivot to Gripen, especially with a European engine, sends a clear message: sovereignty over interoperability. It prioritizes a nation's ability to maintain and upgrade its own jets without external approval, directly challenging the F-35's black box approach. European autonomy. If Canada, a key Five Eyes and NATO member, chooses this path, it could embolden other European nations like Germany, Finland, or even France to invest more heavily in indigenous or European-led defense projects like FCAS, instead of relying solely on U.S. platforms. Supply chain resilience. The F-35's 50% mission-capable rates in early 2026, largely due to part shortages and complex maintenance, highlight the vulnerability of a single-source supply chain. Canada opting for a Gripen factory within NATO creates a diverse, more resilient alternative. The Pentagon's dilemma. The Pentagon strategy hinges on integrated logistics and shared technology. A Canadian Gripen factory exporting jets across NATO and beyond undermines this integration. It fragments the common logistical chain, potentially reduces U.S. influence on future defense standards, and creates a powerful competitor for the F-35 in the export market. For the U.S., it's not just about losing a customer, it's about losing a critical part of its geopolitical soft power and defense industry dominance within the alliance. Conclusion: a new era for NATO. Canada's decision isn't just about fighter jets, it's about national sovereignty, industrial strategy, and the future shape of NATO. A $20 billion Gripen deal could mean Canadian-made jets protecting the Arctic while simultaneously laying the groundwork for a more independent, multipolar defense structure within the Western Alliance. Will Ottawa choose the path of national industry, even if it means ruffling feathers in Washington? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of global defense.